Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, Earthlings, wherever you may be on planet Earth. Well, before setting off for work today, I was looking up Meghan Markle and I see Omid Scobie has written an article called... It's all about Harry's biography. Sorry about my squeaky chair. It's called "The Media Has Got It All Wrong About Prince Harry's Memoir. Here's the Real Truth About Spare." Okay? I'm not going to read it out, but I have read it, and I made a few notes about it. Firstly, I could be wrong, but I always got the impression that it was Princess Diana who started the term spare, and she just said it as a joke. She was like, I did my bit, and I did the air and the spare. Because she was a very happy-go-lucky, not intense, like Meghan. Once she said she was as thick as a plank to make a little girl feel better, and she did say she'd live to regret saying that, because when you're royal you only have to say one little itty-bitty thing and that's it. It's analysed to death, because they more or less they don't say much, except for, of course, Meghan, who never seems to stop talking. Oh, you've got a squeaky chair as well?
Yes, I'll drink to that, darling.
Okay, we've finished work for the day. So the spare thing, the other thing is, I mean, it goes on about... I will read a tiny bit, because I'm not one of these people that moans and groans about privileged people, you know. I know how that feels. I had that rammed down my throat that I had a privileged upbringing and blah, 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 blah. But, he talks about how Harry is somehow deprived. Obviously, yes, he lost his mum. That's a big deal. That's a big fucking deal for any child who loses a parent at a young, tender age, or actually at any age, or for a parent who loses a child, or anyone who loses someone who is close to them, and that kind of stuff happens all the time. It's not just Prince Harry. But Prince Harry was, although money can't cure everything... Graham, could you deal with that, please?
Or Spanish, whatever. Do you know what is all about
We're the local tourist information centre. Every 30 seconds somebody's walking in saying, can you show me where this is? Can you help me go there? All the time. Yeah, I mean, money doesn't cure problems. But Harry certainly had the edge in that whatever motorbike. I mean, see the hassle I've just been through with our Benji? Harry would have brand new motorbike, top of the range, yacht, cars, palaces, houses, holidays. They're in a unique position, and I don't begrudge them that as members of the royal family, but he's going to write this book, or he's written this book. Could you just try not swivelling for a minute, or sit on the squeak-free chair? Tim's. I think Tim's oiled his. His only squeaks a little. I might do this one again later when Graham's not in the room, and a load of tourists wanting not dolphin trips. So yeah, although it's tragic that he lost his mother, and yes, he lost his mother, that was like, what was it, 24, 25 years ago. He's a multi-millionaire. He can't sort of say, oh, I'm just like everybody. I relate to everybody. Oh well, loud gentleman in restaurant opposite doing orangutan impersonations. And
I'll shut the door.
No, there's squeaky chairs inside the office, so there's no need. Omid says it's going, or Omid is quoting from the publisher of the book, that it's going to be raw and unflinchingly honest. Unflinchingly honest. This is from the same Prince Harry that sat silent in chicken shit while Meghan said, we got married 3 days before we got married. Even Oprah kind of went, and looked at Harry like, what? What's going on? What's she say now? He sat silent. She said that there were like continual racism. What colour is Archie's skin going to be? When he came in, he went, oh, it's just one conversation. I was a bit shocked and it happened before we even went out. He didn't correct her. He didn't say, no, that's not the way it was. So, raw and unflinchingly honest. Okay. He's also apparently in his book going to tell us all about his hard-won wisdom. Apparently, I'm just moving on from the hard-won wisdom. Look, right, okay, even if you're a Harry fan, even if you're a sugar, right, even Sarah Data, come on, be honest with me. If you had, say, came into money, £1 million, would you go to Harry Windsor for advice? What shall I do with it? Or if you found, God forbid, a lump on your body, would you ring Harry up? If you had his number, Harry, give me some pearls of wisdom. Or if you needed legal advice, would he be the first person you call? So he's going to share his hard-won wisdom. Okay, moving on to the next bit. He thinks his family would not accept Meghan. I would suggest that if there was anything that his family had to say, and I mean, let's face it, they threw their weight behind it. Big wedding, Windsor Castle. They did everything they could, laid it on a plate. British public paid for, was it 44 million or something for the wedding? I would suggest that if his family had any reservations, I would change the word accept to a couple of words. Didn't like. His family didn't like Meghan, not didn't accept her. His family didn't like her, or they had reservations about her. And moving on, he thinks his story is relatable. Well, and he has stuff in common with us. It's sort of like painting it like, doesn't matter where you were born, we've all got things in common. Yeah, we have. We're human beings. We've got a body, you know, spirit, soul. That's about where it kind of ends, isn't it? Relatable. I think the most startling, frightening and horrifying part of Omid's article was that above and beyond all, Harry intends to share the joy he's found in moving to America with Meghan, finding Meghan. He's going to share the joy he's found. All I see on that middle-aged man, all I see is utter misery, whereas before he used to laugh and joke with Catherine and William, his father, even Camilla, giggling, running around, having a great time. He had his buddies. In fact, he was frequently caught in the newspapers, having a party time, having a good time, jumping in swimming pools. But ever since he met Meghan, to me, he looks like he's got a face of thunder. But he's going to share the joy he's found.
Hello.
Thoughts, opinions.